just welcome to Taiwan. Taiwanese people, just a lot of them felt very kind. It just felt good, basically. It felt good. You don't get that feeling in the US. The way foreign people or immigrants are treated here is actually kind of rare. And she wasn't really interested in leaving Taiwan and coming to New York City. That moment, my life changed. It was a time in the evolution of Taiwan. And I've been living in New York City for 10 years. And just coming to Taiwan, I felt the quality of life in Taipei is higher than the quality of life in where I was.
Hi, 大家好，欢迎来 Welcome to Taiwan。今天我们跑去到台北，跟我们美国朋友聊天。影片开始以前，请不要忘记帮我们订阅、按赞、开小铃铛，谢谢大家。Also, if you like the video, you have an option to hype the video. Help us hype this video so more and more people can see the video. If you find this video very informative, you may also give us a super like to help support the channel. Or you may buy me a coffee. Link in the description below. Thank you.
Hello, Lamian. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming here to do the interview. My name is Scott Prairie. I'm from the US. From New York City, the place I was before coming here. And what I do in Taiwan is I create music with my wife, Mia. We've created a group. The name of the group is A Moving Sound. Since I got off the plane, for 25 years, we've been doing a moving sound together.
Let's go back memory lane. Why do you first choose to come to Taiwan?
I am not someone who had any plan to come to Asia at all. I never thought of it. I was just kind of minding my own business, doing creative stuff in New York City. I also do a form of dance. It's an improvised dance form called contact improvisation. It's just kind of like a weekly open gathering in the West Village of New York City. And then Mia was there, and we met and hit it off, where we did creative things. And I actually thought in my mind that maybe she might like to move to New York City, which I proposed this idea. And she wasn't really interested in leaving Taiwan and coming to New York City. And I thought, okay, is it me or is it the city? She was open to me coming to visit Taiwan. My first visit was during the time of 9/11. I was at the time, and where I lived, you could see the World Trade Center. My roommate said, don't come back, for a while, because there was a lot of chaos. Mm-hmm. So my trip was actually extended longer, and became very clear that a good choice was to move here. Mia is a very thoughtful person, and one day she asked deep questions to me, and she said, what do you really want in your life? I said, well, I would like to live with you someplace, and I would like to do creative work for my living versus, I was in New York City, and I was doing things, but it wasn't clear if that was going to work long term. So I was kind of not sure. Mm-hmm. So I want to be with Mia, I want to do creative work, and I don't want to be scared about money. And I thought it through and said, well, Taiwan actually seems like a good choice. So that moment, my life changed, and decided to try living in Taiwan. That was 2001. I went back, and then got my stuff, and came back a couple months later. I sensed, for me personally, as an artist, that it was a fertile condition at the time. This was 25 years ago, and it was a time in the evolution of Taiwan culturally and the arts, and people were very curious and interested and in trying new things, progressive things in the arts and culture. It seemed like it was the beginning of a wave. I felt that, like there's possibility here. But on a bigger picture, I've been living in New York City for 10 years, and just coming to Taiwan, I felt the quality of life in Taipei is higher than the quality of life where I was in New York, just the general quality. It just felt good, basically. It felt good. The core of it is really that just Taiwanese people, a lot of them felt very kind. Kind people, friendly people, but also curious and interested in new ideas, intelligent. So that's why the feeling, this feeling of fertile, it's like, this is a really good place, good condition, and it's also very safe. You don't get that feeling in the US. It's interesting because, I was 25 years younger, so my brain was 25 years different. Not just Taiwan, but every place 25 years ago. This was pre-Facebook, and just generally things have changed where people are a little more narrow. Like it's almost like the culture is being defined by what people scroll through. And so there's a little bit less interest in, diversity, a little bit. But it's not just Taiwan, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And so, Taiwan still continues to be a good place to be an artist because Taiwan also has pretty good support for artists. Government support, grants you can do. Like one project we just did is where the government supports a project to take performances into small neighborhoods. Okay. And they call it the alley project or the lane project. And then you get money to build a stage and do a performance in these neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. And so that's still happening, So I don't know. Taiwan is still a very good place. It's just like the world. It's just got a little speedier, and people are a little bit more narrow.
During these 25 years, what challenges have you overcome or yet to overcome?
Well, to be an artist is always, it's very insecure. Where's the next show going to come? So that's always been, that was kind of like, it felt to me like one of the main challenges of how to keep it going. It's always in everybody's mind. It's not easy to present a Taiwanese world fusion group into the market. And so it was a challenge, but it was a very exciting challenge.
During this period, what has Taiwan taught you?
You ever hear this expression called a bull in a china shop? The original meaning of it is a lot of these things like cups and bowls were at one point, they were all made in China, but they came to call these things, these dishes, bowls and cups, they called them China for some weird way. And then there's an expression, a bull in a place that sells cups and things like that, like kind of knocking them over and stuff, And I guess coming from New York, I was a bit more direct. And I just, over the years, I think being here has really been a place to soften and appreciate life more. And so for me, I feel like it's been very balancing for me to come here, and because I feel it, and it really nourishes me. It's been a good place for me to find balance, I say.
About the performance group, when did you first form this group?
Well, we met in New York at the year of 2001, and at the moment that we decided to move back to Taiwan, and this group's name is A Moving Sound. Mm-hmm. And at the same time that if I translate to Chinese is 声 voice, 动 is movement, 声动. But it's the same sound of life is vivid. 生命很生动。And because I came from, both my parents were working labors, and I feel like if I create any arts, I want to be able to resonate to their own life stories. So that's how that about the year of 2002 that Scott moved here. We actually didn't think about forming a group. Creativity it just
happens.
We just do things, but at the time when you start to sell tickets or you do performance, you need to have a legal registration. Then we say, okay, let's go and register a company.
And it was just perfect timing for us because we were a new group and we're quite progressive. Because what a moving sound did then and still does is we use traditional instruments like erhu and zhongran and then percussion, both Western and Chinese percussion. And we use traditional instruments and we make new music. I'm a composer. And so we make original music. And my wife is the singer, and she takes what I do and she takes it into a new place. She creates her own vocal parts and then makes stories, her own theatrical stories. We like to improvise and sing, and maybe we can just give you a short taste of what we do. Okay.
Wow, I'm getting goosebumps.
This is the stuff that's like the constant. No matter what, it never goes away. We can do this.
Took a walk. That you walk to the green. We always have a few spots. Okay, now.
As long as we can do this, I know I'm okay.
Yeah. So, this our connection is just so hard to describe.
This is amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. So it's actually what we're doing was quite unique and creative. And it was a perfect time then, because just seeing people were so hungry and excited to see something new. And actually, our group is one of the most recognized now internationally groups. We were on the Discovery Channel, we were on BBC, and we've been to a lot of the major festivals in the US. We've done the Kennedy Center. And so we've actually done pretty well for a world Taiwanese group.
So a Taiwanese and an American together and performing in a group, do you guys have any cultural conflict?
This is a good question. Yeah. We always say to live and to work together is like a heaven and hell.
Yeah. I mean, it's two people. She's very smart and very clear vision, very strong, and coming, from the working, it's like she really knows how to get things done. And I'm pretty strong too. And in astrology, like I'm the bull, Taurus, and she's the ram, Aries. So we have these strong energies. And so, but at the same time, she's a Taiwanese woman and I'm an American male. So but that's been a good opportunity.
This culture, I can say that in this Asian and Taiwan is that women are more like I'm serving. I'm doing service, so a lot of time we are easy to give our the two men as a priority, and he's American, like I want this, I know this. So a lot of time, actually we learn from each other. Like I recognize, oh no, I need to speak up for my need. And he learned that I need to give space to the other person's voice to understand more. So yes, this result came from a lot of conflict, a lot of, it's like it didn't work. So culturally it's that. And in the artistic side, is we both have very strong leadership. So in a good way is we stimulate. Sometimes the fighting is not bad. It's like we challenge each other. He challenged our musician. They are from academic, traditional music world, but he's a New Yorker. It's like, let's try this, let's improvise. At first they were like, what? Yeah, so this kind of push, sometimes it stimulates something that you never know. And it's beautiful, it's beautiful. And one secret is, we both sing sometimes. And something special is when we fight, we have argument. But, and the next minute we have to go on stage. So to sing, improvise, duet, it's so powerful. And then after singing, we don't even need to communicate. The conflict is over. Yeah. It passed.
The next interesting thing we're doing is on October 4th, and it's the Taipei Poetry Festival. So it's a 2-week-long festival, and we do the opening night concert on October 4th at 7:30.
Yeah, even though it's Taipei Poetry Festival, they invite a lot of international poets to come. It's a lot about the world is full of chaos and darkness right now. And, poetry, or we say music, is trying to give people a light that we are still having hope for the humanity, for the world.
You had a chance to go on, let's say you had a chance to stay in the US, but you decided to come back to Taiwan. What could have been the reasons why you decided to come back to Taiwan?
I love here. I think the very simple reason is I have family, I have all this connection here, and I feel I'm always interested in exploring the roots where I came from. So I just feel like there are a lot of things that I haven't explored. And so in America, that my staying there is only a short time. It didn't feel that I can have a grounded, earthy connection there. So when Sky is willing to come, it gave me a very interesting combination. Like I'm here, it's my homeland, but he's international, so that allowed us to do something different. So I want this world to have more singing, harmony in this world more and more.
All the links will be in the description below. Let's go check it out. What advice would you give to any Taiwanese that wishes to go to America, especially New York?
Well, actually, New York, I think, has changed in some ways to become more accessible to tourists. We were just there last year and touring around, and I think they just kind of accepted that a lot of people want to see New York. Yeah, it is a nice place to go, and just do some homework before going. The reason that I moved to New York, before that I was in Pittsburgh, when I went there, I just really loved the diversity of all the people there. So just walking around in New York City is really cool because of all the people from all over the world. And
I like East Village.
You like the East Village?
Because there are a lot of
small
creative
shops
and experimental things to see, and it's very different from Taiwan. And we also like Central Park is always something you can always find something connected to you, and sitting there watching people. It's wonderful.
It is a nice place. Nice place to visit.
And Mia, what advice would you give to anyone that wishes to come to Taiwan?
I think this is a place that people will have a different experience about human connection. It could be friendly and no fear, safe, and also Taiwan has a lot of beautiful nature.
True.
A lot of people didn't know this place has tons of mountains to explore. So, and foods. So when you come
food.
here, please travel as much as possible, because north, south, east, west Taiwan, they are totally having different special things to experience.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to tell Taiwanese people?
Thank you. That's the main thing. I continue still after 25 years to just have experiences, of kindness. As you know too, you're not Taiwanese. The way foreign people or immigrants are treated here is actually kind of rare compared, you see how terrible it is in the US now. It's like such a painful thing for me to see, but it's the opposite here, people will smile at you just because you're, and just kind of kindness. There's a guy, an older man who's fixing shoes and he, has a very small little thing, a buckle broke. And I, got it fixed. And I said, how much? He says, no charge. And I asked my friend who was with me, they say, why, why? And they just said, just welcome to Taiwan. That's exactly what he said. Welcome to Taiwan. That's what I feel here. And so I just feel grateful.
All right. Thank you very much for giving us your time and sharing this wonderful wisdom and life experience living in Taiwan and the States. And hope you continue to enjoy your stay here in Taiwan.